to try to get you guys to think about is always the concept about always running your numbers. I wholeheartedly agree with you guys about the idea, especially Gina, when you talk about the debt snowball. It's definitely a very powerful tool. But one thing you guys have to understand is that in this course, I want you to start thinking like the millionaires and billionaires, because that's our goal. One thing millionaires and billionaires don't do, they're not afraid of debt. The problem is they don't like high interest debt. And why? Because one thing you guys have to understand is that high interest debt compounds exactly the same like our investments do. It's all compounded interest. So in the end, the same way those investments will turn around and make millions on our behalf, the same way when you have debt, high interest debt, it'll make millions on the credit card companies behind, you know? But the key is when it's low interest debt. So for example, let's say student loans. Tell me, what's your highest interest rate on one of your student loans?
5%.
5%. What do you say, Gina? I can't hear you.
I was just gonna say a lot of people frown at student loans, and I totally get it. But you will never find a credit card that would give you $200,000 at 5%. It's just not a thing.
I know.
I went and got two. I was like, listen, okay, let me understand this. You're gonna let me get a master's in business that I can then go after jobs that are paying 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? And whatever I want to do. And then you're gonna let me do it again? Oh, all day.
All day, every day.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. Because when I go to a class, I can then package that class's curriculum and then reteach it. So if I go to take a college class at $3,000 and package that class and teach it, even at $500 a pop, in 1 year I've remade that money back. I'm not putting it on my student loans. It's only 5%. Why would I? So now that's why I want to come here and say, now that let me put this money here. That way I can just pay that off in bulk at 5%. I mean, it's pennies.
And that's what you call leverage. That's exactly what I want you guys to understand. Think about it. If our goal in this course is to get, once again, what's the minimum? How much are we trying to go for per year on average? Say it with me, people. I want to hear you guys say it. What's our goal?
20%.
20%. If our goal is to get 20%, why do we care about some little 5% interest rate for our student loans? Why do we care about a 4% or 2% interest rate on our mortgage? Why do we care about a 4% interest rate on our car? We don't care, because we're making literally that much more in our investments. And then Amber, when you said it, you said you were going to put $150 over the next 30, 35 years to make over $1 million. Imagine a mortgage is 30 years. Instead of paying it off, you put $150 of it towards your investments. You've got the money to pay off your mortgage and buy a whole new home. Why rush to pay that off? It's that safety mentality that makes the poor people and the middle class people poor. We got to learn to start thinking like the millionaires and billionaires. If this is what we want to do, it's called leverage. You're using other people's money to make more money. You keep your credit clean, borrow that cheap money. You stay away from high interest debt. If you got the high interest debt, yes, then you want to go ahead and debt snowball it, like Gina said, hurry up and pay that crap off, right? But the low interest debt, ain't no rush, because in the end, our investments over the long term can easily more than pay that back off. So what you guys have to focus on, especially the older we get in age, our goal is we need to start really building wealth. It cannot be that safe mentality of, hey, I got to go ahead and make sure the house is paid off, make sure the car, because in the end, you're taking care of all of those other people who turn around and make money off of you instead of taking care and investing in you. You got it?